Yo, what's up, my mullet Sharp here, bringing you guys another video, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and I'm sitting in my, I don't know why that chair's back there, but I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and normally I'm looking at a phone, like scrolling through and shit, but we're changing the game. I'm in my room, my fucking computer screen is right here, that's why I look extra ghostly than I normally do, because the computer screen it's white. Like, my Twitter background's white, and it's coming off, and it's hitting me, and I might get a sunburn, but I used the hashtag ASKSHARP, tweeted out, asked you guys to ask me some questions. I haven't done one of these in like a couple months or something like that. I figured, you know what, fuck it. So let's just get into these questions. I will pop them up on screen. I'm not going to read them off while I'm reading them because that just seems kind of a little bit extra. I don't like to read. So first question is, who is your role model? This is like, I read this before I started recording. I was trying to think, like, who would I say is my role model? I would say, like, there's not really anyone that, like, I look up to. I don't know why I'm doing this, but there's not really anyone that I'm like, oh, like, this guy, like, I you know, this is the person I want to be like. So I guess I would have to go with, like, the cop-out answer and say my parents, just because, like, I feel like they're good people. They got their fucking shit straight. You know, they've raised 5 kids, and a lot of them they've paid through to go through college, and they seem happy. So I guess, like, that is a role model of me. That seems like something that I would want in the future. So I would say those are my role models. What do you think was the strongest TK roster ever? And he's asking performance wise. All right, well, Black Ops 2, we were really good. I feel like that team was young, had a lot of talent, a lot of up and coming talent, but we didn't really get to showcase it much because there wasn't that many events towards the end. And one of those events we had to play with Stainville as a fill-in for Goonjar. One of them was right after that, so we've been practicing with Stainville for a month, and we went into an event without practicing with Goonjar. So I feel like we didn't get to tap into the full potential of our Black Ops 2 team. So I would have to go with our Ghost rosters. Either the very first one, these are the 2 events that we came closest to winning. Never won an event, but we've come close. We've come close a lot of times. We got in second a lot. So, but these are the 2 that we've gone last map and almost won. And I had to say our very first roster, which is the original squad with me, Goon, Theory, and Neslo, and Ghost. Or our X Games squad, which was me, Goonjar, Neslo, and Apathy. We lost to Optic at X Games last map. We lost like 6-3 or 6-4, something like that. It was close. And then at the Columbus, at the very beginning, it was the open event for the game. We lost last map to Complexity, which was the team that was like running shit in Black Ops 2, and we almost beat them at the first event. And I don't think last map was close. I think we lost like 6-1 or something like that. But those are the 2 events that we were really close to winning, so I'd have to say those are the strongest teams that we've had. What do you think of CWL events being single elimination? Alright, so I actually did a video on this before, I believe I did, and I don't like it. I don't think single elimination for Call of Duty works. It's Call of Duty's too random. You know, a lot of things can happen. Take, for instance, this past weekend. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from LG. That squad did good. They played great the weekend. But, like, Optic getting first rounded, Optic, I know, like, yeah, like I said, shit can happen. Teams can lose. Optic, I just don't see them being a team that should be getting first rounded. Now, if it was double elimination, I feel like that loss to LG would have woken Optic up. They would have been like, oh shit, like, we gotta go fucking hard. We gotta win this shit. And they could have made a losers bracket run, and it would have been a dope losers bracket run, and we're like, yo, holy shit, Optic came all the way back. They're in the finals. What? Instead, they just got first rounded, and it's like, oh, well, whatever. And I'm not a big fan of single elimination because it doesn't give you the storyline of a comeback. TK's always been like a losers bracket running through team. It doesn't give you enough screw-ups, which I know it sounds bad. So, like, they know it's single elimination. They should be going into the event knowing that they have to be prepared all the time. But sometimes, like, shit just happens and you screw up and it doesn't give you that second chance. I would like to see Double Elim come back, but that's just me personally. Do you know your apparel link on YouTube doesn't work? All right, so I actually changed it down in the description. I don't know if too many of you guys have been trying to look for my apparel, but I guess not, because it's just now come into my attention. I forgot down in the description the link to my apparel. Opponentwear actually switched over to linked threads, so I had to change the link down in the description. So if you want to buy some fucking Sharp apparel, peep it down low and use code SHARP, you get a discount. Why do you look like a lactating sack of toenail sandwiches? What in the fuck? Hammy asks, can I get a tattoo of your hairline? So Ham actually did that video with his brother where his brother got sub to Ham and Crispy on tattooed on.
For my first ever tattoo, I think I might get into this. Now he wants to tattoo himself.
And Ham said if it got 4K likes that he was getting a tattoo, and it got, I think, way past 4K likes. So Ham has to get a tattoo. I think it'd be funny as fuck if Ham got my hairline tattooed on him, because people are always talking about my hairline. But go tweet him. Ham is my name. It's on screen, so go tweet him and tell him, one, that his shit is trash and that he should get a tattoo of my hairline. I can't wait for Hammy to come back to the house, by the way. All right, this is kind of like a normal non-gaming question. Have you ever been hunting? So I live in Kentucky. A lot of people would assume that I go hunting and shit, and I've actually never shot a gun at all. I know, it's weird. Never fired I mean, I've shot BB guns and stuff like that, but I've never shot an actual gun, pistol, rifle, anything. So no, I have not been hunting, not even with like a fucking bow and arrow. But yeah, never been hunting, never even shot a gun. What are some of your biggest fears? I would say the only one I can really think of off the top of my head is fear of heights. I'm not really a big fan of heights. I've kind of like learned this, especially from going to X Games. They got a big ass like the watchtower, and I went up there and it's fucking weird. I looked over the railing and I was like yo, I'm looking over, like I wouldn't even go up to the edge, because I think it's because I'm taller. So especially like hotels, like really tall hotels. One of them I remember it was in Dallas. So always sketched me out because my waist, I feel like I could just flip over and like for some reason fucking just fall over and die. And I feel like if I wasn't as tall as I was, then maybe I wouldn't feel that way because the wall would be a little bit higher. But I feel like the support railing isn't as high, and I think I have that feeling because I'm as tall as I am. So I definitely have a fear of heights. I don't really like spiders and shit. Like obviously I'm not trying to like fuck like, ooh, spider. Like I see people like picking up spiders and shit, like, ooh, what up, my new homie? Nah, like if you're a spider near my room, like you're getting the fuck out. But I'm not gonna be like, if there's one right here, I'm fucking pow, bopping that fool. But you know, I'm not gonna be afraid to kill it or anything like that. Usually try to save them, try to let them out. But you know, some of them just don't save them, they don't want to be saved. I'm literally cringing. This one's coming from Sender from DT, who actually just placed second. I was rooting for him. I wanted to see my boy Chino and my DT homies with Killa and Sender and Diabolic win the tournament, but sadly they got second. I've been there before. But, yo, congratulations to you, homie. I mean, yo, I'll see you in Orlando. All right, we're teaming. I got my shit. I don't know where my controller is, but I got my shit, we're ready. What inspired you to be a YouTuber / streamer? All right, so the YouTube thing kind of, I was just kind of like got into it because I joined Envious back in Modern Warfare 2, and they were like telling me, you know, you gotta start posting videos and stuff like that, and they were showing me Sandy Ravage, I believe it was. I was sitting there, I saw this guy running around in the pub with a shotgun, and I'm like, why the fuck does this guy have this many views? Like, I could do this shit. Little did I know, it's been like a long road. I've been doing YouTube since MW2, and I'm just now about to hit 200K subs. Which, by the way, like the first 100K I feel like took me so long to get, and then the next 100K I'm like hella grateful because it didn't take as long as the first one. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into YouTube. This is like before you could make money. I don't even know if you could make money on videos back then. I know I didn't get partnered with Machinima until Black Ops 1, and they're like, yo, you gotta make at least $100 before we pay you. And I'm like, what the fuck? 4 months later, woo, $100. But so I kind of got into it with the idea of just, you know, wanting to upload. Like I was good at the game, and I'm like, fuck, I'm good at the game, I should share my shit with the world. Of course I watched Halo montages and stuff like that back in the day, and always wanted to do one of those. And I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm doing Call of Duty. So I got my HD PVR and my MacBook Pro and started using iMovie and editing gameplays and stuff like that, and that's kind of where it started. Now we're here. I'm in a room full of fucking gamers, and a house full of gamers making YouTube videos. So it's kind of crazy. But if you, Ham, and Gone were in a zombie apocalypse, who would survive and who would die first? Well, I'm gonna be biased here, and I'm gonna say me, because fuck it, like I feel like, well, I'll give you the reasons. Gone, I feel like is dying first. because my man's is gonna die texting. He's gonna fucking get his fucking arm bit off or some shit, and a zombie pigeon's gonna grab his neck and take him off to his nest. So Gon's dying first, and then I feel like Ham is gonna die, like, we'll be like a year in, me and Ham. We'll probably have new families, and we've started the civilization, and Ham's just gonna be too gone off them natties. And you know, zombie's gonna get him one day. He's gonna think he's too strong, and Ham's gonna try to go and attack a zombie horde. And while my bitch ass is running off the back, for some reason I have a motorcycle, but I'm not driving it. I'm on the back in the bitch seat, and my big burly woman is taking me off in the sunset, and Ham's getting fucking torn to pieces behind us. So yeah, I don't know why. Like, I feel like I've written that up in my mind, but there you go. What's your best Pokemon on Pokemon Go? So I actually did download the app. I've been playing it. Caught most of the Pokemon I have in my room. So a lot of them are just fucking Pidgeys and Caterpies and shit like that. The best Pokemon I have, if you're going by combat points, it would have to be my Raticate. If you're going by, like, I guess the coolest Pokemon I have, I mean, I got a Drowsy. I got a fucking Drowsy. I got an Eevee and a Nidoran, Pidgeotto. I would probably say Drowsy. I caught him at Denny's. Shout out to you, Denny's. How tall are you? I'm 6'4". Not a lot of people know that. People think I'm short. I don't know why. Maybe because the way I sit down and slouch. I don't know. But yeah, 6'4". All right, this is coming from my homie Redneck, aka Avid CEO. If you guys remember my dude, people would call him Zedneck because he'd have the IZ. But would you ever consider trying to compete in a title other than Call of Duty? Maybe if it was similar to Call of Duty, then I could see myself trying to do that, but there's not really like a lot of games that are similar to Call of Duty. I know, like Counter-Strike, that motherfuckers in Counter-Strike are too good for me. Like, it would take so long for me to try to get that good at Counter-Strike. Same with like League of Legends. Overwatch was just like, it was fun, but it was too fast-paced. There was a lot of shit in it. Like, Call of Duty's just, I'm a simple person. Call of Duty's simple. What is your favorite basketball team? I really liked Kevin Durant. I like the Thunder. I like Russell Westbrook. And, you know, ever since, like, they were the Thunder, like, I always wanted to see them win. You know, even when they were going up against Miami in the finals, you know, I wanted to see them win. And last year, I fucking thought they were going to beat Golden State, and they didn't. And now that Kevin Durant left, like I said, I was a big Kevin Durant fan. I'm not really a fan of his move to Golden State. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, well, if you're a Kevin Durant fan, like, you should be a fan that he's going to a fucking team that he's gonna win championships with. And I just don't, I don't know, I don't agree with that. Like, I feel like if he would have left to any other team that he didn't choke a 3-1 lead to, then I could have got behind it. But the fact that they were up 3-1 and they fucking lost to that team, and then he went to that team, I don't know, I couldn't get behind it. So your boy is rooting for the fucking Pelicans. The Pelicans are shit, but they got my dude Anthony Davis on there. You know, like, obviously I'm from Kentucky, so as far as teams go, we don't have any pro sports teams, but we do have Kentucky basketball, and Anthony Davis, he's a fucking beast. I hope he does good. I hope he can either get some good teammates or go to a different team. And then, yeah, other than that, Phoenix Suns, they got a lot of Kentucky players too. That doesn't make me a Phoenix Suns fan, but for some reason I was watching the Summer League. I was hella bored. I was watching Summer League, and my dude Tyler Ulis been going off. All right, well, that's pretty much all I got for now. This is gonna be, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Might have to cut some of these questions out, but if you guys like the video, be sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, we're about to hit 200K soon. That should be fucking awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 200K. Maybe you guys have some suggestions down in the comments. Yeah, let me know what y'all thought. I'm fucking out of here. Peace.